Hello North Country and welcome to Barker Memorial Gymnasium at Plattsburgh High School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference varsity basketball. It's the opening of the 2001-2002 CVAC season. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Kelly Miller on camera, and our game of the week is between the Hornets of Plattsburgh High School and the Beekmantown Central School Eagles. Beekmantown Central, the last couple of years, have had trouble in the CVAC. Troubles with their offense, surrendering too many points on the defense, and the W's have been far and few between for Beekmantown Central. However, they have a mature club, some experienced players this year, also a new coach in Matt Berry. Standout at Peru Central School, and Matt Berry makes his CVAC coaching debut. Just to his right is Dan Munson, graduate of Beekmantown Central and the all-time leading scorer in CVAC high school history for boys basketball. So here's a pair of guys that maybe 6 years ago or so, you couldn't have these two guys in the same gymnasium together. There'd be a scuffle, and now they coach side by side, and we wish both of those young men good luck in their coaching careers. Now, the veteran coach for Plattsburgh High School, Kevin Doherty. The Hornets basketball team last year won Division I, the CVAC title. They won the Section 7 Class B Boys Championship, and they went to the quarterfinals in the New York State playoffs. They return an experienced team. They do have some question marks, however, because they're not a tall team, and one of their taller players, Chris Fout, out early in the season with a back injury. We hope that he's able to play sometime this year. However, they lost a couple of key players, some experienced veterans, and so it will call for a step up from the junior varsity team for a couple of the players for Plattsburgh High School to ensure a successful season. But you can bet every team in the league will be shooting for Plattsburgh High School. We'll talk about their specific players as we get into this game. Paul Spillman and Al Rose will be the officials for this one. Kevin Doherty assisted this year by Mike Recor, graduate of Saranac Central. And these teams go to their respective huddles. Chris Nyenhouse will be the voice of Barker Memorial Gymnasium once again this year. And Lauren Meath will sing the national anthem. And we are about set for basketball. We'll stick through the introductions. Mark Donnelly, the athletic trainer, is here as well to keep an eye on things. And we are about set for play. The official scorer, Laura Gagnon. The official timer, Leo Fortier. And on the shot clock, Gerald Berto. That sets the stage for the opening of the CVAC season for both of these teams. Plattsburgh High School comes in with high expectations. Beekmantown Central comes in with high hopes. And we'll see what happens as these two teams meet tonight. The official videographer for the Hornets this season is Brian Conoyer. He takes that task, maybe getting some good experience that will lead to a job with North Country Cable Network in the future. After all, that's how Kelly Miller started. We stole him from the Hornets team when Coach Doherty wasn't looking, and he's gone on to a big successful career with North Country Cable Network. Here we go with the introductions. First of Beekmantown Central. Beekmantown starting lineup. Number 23, Matt Castine. Castine gets the start. Courtney Chatlin, off a very successful football season. Steve Stanley is number 31. He'll be a big man under the boards for the Eagles. Number 20 is Todd Bishop. He will be counted on for points. And Slade Tulip, a hard-nosed basketball player, he'll play both ends of the court with success. And again, Matt Berry is the head coach. Now, starting for Plattsburgh, Ryan Sapel will be the point guard. Watch for his three-point shooting, trying to fill the shoes of Corey Ryan. Miguel Maldonado gets the start. He's up from the junior varsity squad. Adam Favreau, a man who can do it all on the court. Joel Butchino, as a sophomore, the most valuable player in the CVAC, and last year as a junior was very highly ranked. And then Tim DeLeese, the fifth starter. A solid starting five for Plattsburgh High School. Lauren Meath will sing the national anthem. What a way to kick off the season. Al Rose and Paul Spillman take off their jackets. Now, nobody knew where to look because in the newly renovated gymnasium at Plattsburgh High School, the flag was taken down and never got put back up for some reason. So people were searching desperately for a flag to stand attention to. The Hornet cheerleaders and the Beekmantown cheerleaders will be vocal. Slade Tulip and Adam Favreau will jump at center. Tulip in the Eagles red. Favreau in the white uniform of the Hornets, their home whites with the orange and black trim. We are about set for basketball. Al Rose went to each cheerleading unit to say hello and give them a caution about during the game when to go out on the floor and cheer and so forth. And the tip-off, Plattsburgh, Butchino missed the opening shot of the season. He'd love to have that back. He'd love to have that back. Bishop traveled, tried to force it, and he traveled. It will be Plattsburgh basketball. The CVAC season is underway. It seems like just a few months ago we were here in this gymnasium bringing basketball, and we are back, let me tell you. Our thanks to Welcome Home Realty for their support of Hornet basketball, Marilyn Schwartz, and our thanks to the Hornet parents for their support of North Country Cable Network. A half a minute into the game, the Hornets one missed shot and then a turnover, and it's Beekmantown basketball. Stanley on the inside. Turnover, and it will be Plattsburgh ball. So defense the byword through the first 50 seconds of this one. DeLeese looks, gets it to Favreau. This is Sapel to run the offense. Courtney Chatlin guards Butchino. Maldonado to Ryan Sapel. Beekmantown showing excellent defense. In the paint, too soft with the shot was Maldonado. Butchino's putback didn't go. Oh, a travel called there. Yes, he got it on the hip. Bishop traveled for the second time. His grandparents are here. They are big supporters of Beekmantown basketball. We played a minute and a half, no score. Both teams wondering, are we going to break into the scoring column tonight? Butchino. Pick set, Butchino through traffic, doesn't miss that opportunity. And Butchino scores first for Plattsburgh and then a travel. Eagles more turnovers than shots at this point. Plattsburgh up 2-0. Butchino, Maldonado, Sapel, three-point range. He launches one, that was off the mark. Favreau on the inside scores. 4-0 Plattsburgh, 2 minutes into the game. And Matt Castine will set the offense, guarded by Sapel. This is Chatlin, guarded by Maldonado. No problem there. It'll count. Butchino with the foul. Courtney Chatlin challenged the Hornets and won. And Courtney Chatlin will try to make it a three-point play. Missed everything, and with 5:54 to play in the first quarter, Plattsburgh 4, Beekmantown 2. Full court pressure defense from the Eagles. They have just one more second, they cross it. This is Favreau, guarded by Tulip, give and go. The old give and go. Favreau, great body control, makes it 6-2 Plattsburgh. Chatlin up the floor and dishes it back to Stanley. They just got it up the floor in time. 9 seconds to move it past midcourt. Tipped into the hands of Beekmantown fans, Craig Matthews and Bob Harris. And we see Dave Favreau sitting over there. Oh no, let's see, that's Michael Connor. And charge called on this one. Bishop called for the charge. Butchino held his ground. Hornets by 4. Joel Butchino, a senior, already scored over 1,000 points in his high school career. Plattsburgh turnover, and it's Eagles ball. We've played 3 minutes. It's 6-2 Hornets. Castine brings it up. Now he'll set the offense. This is Chatlin. Castine, Chatlin. Beekmantown launches one. Chatlin in and out. Rebound Favreau. Maldonado steps in, missed the shot. Favreau put back. Adam Favreau with 6 of the Hornets' 8. Favreau, a junior. Stanley on the rebound, but threw it away. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Tim DeLeese, number 30. Looks to get it in. Steve Stanley right in front of him. Ryan Sapel. I'm sure during the season we'll be tempted to call him Nolan Ryan Sapel, his Little League Baseball nickname. Nice dish, Butchino to Favreau. Favreau with 8 of the Hornets' 10. It's 10-2 Plattsburgh. Beekmantown needs some offense. Castine lost the handle. Pressure defense from Sapel. Substitution Eagles. Off the bench is Mark Newell replacing Stanley. Hornets set the offense. It'll be Bucciano, Sapel, and Maldonado on the perimeter. DeLise and Favreau on the inside, closest to the basket. Nice backdoor to Bucciano. He pops it in. Sapel finds Bucciano. 12-2 Plattsburgh. The Hornets won the annual Queensbury tournament with a great win in the championship game over Albany Academy. Maldonado to the hoop, scores. Maldonado with his first varsity points, and it's 14-2 Plattsburgh. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Have they won that tournament before?
Huh?
Have they ever won the Queensbury tournament before?
They have won the Queensbury tournament, but it had been several years ago. Good question from Kelly Miller on camera. Bishop hits it for Beekmantown. We do take viewer questions. In fact, sometimes videographer questions. Nice find. Sapel missed the baseline J, and with 2.5 to play, Plattsburgh by 10. Favreau with the hustle. Maldonado was fouled by Chatelain. Maldonado will go to the line for 2. Beekmantown fans want a foul call.
Come on. Ready? Keep him settled up.
Jamie Armstrong getting ready to make his varsity debut for Plattsburgh High School. Meanwhile, Maldonado sinks one, and this is Jamie Armstrong in. Adam Favreau with 8 points will take a breather. Tulip for the Eagles. Slade Tulip. Courtney Chatelain, guarded by Maldonado. Now Castine. DeLise guards Bishop. Castine tied up, gets it out to Chatelain. Bishop, that might have been partially blocked by Bucciano. Inside Castine, dishes out to Bishop. Bishop, long jumper, it'll be good. Armstrong pushed Bishop. Bishop with a whale of a jumper. Bishop hits it, and he'll go to the line for 1. Armstrong picks up a foul. 1:53 to play in the first quarter. Thanks to Welcome Home Realty for supplying our scoreboard for this game. (15-6), but Beekmantown gets it back. Bishop through traffic. Bishop scores. Bishop with a 6-pack of points, and it's 15-8. 4 quick points by Bishop. 1.5 minutes remaining first quarter. Sapel guarded by Castine, inside to DeLise. DeLise, Maldonado top of the key. Takes it in, drives to the hoop. No, too short on the shot. Nice rebound, Newell. And the Eagles up the floor. Tulip guarded by Armstrong. Tulip shot. Rattles the rim. Bucciano clears the boards. Gets it to Sapel. And a steal by Tulip. Tulip, the stop jumper, and he was fouled by Sapel. Slade Tulip will go to the foul line. Plenty of action. Beekmantown steps up the defense. 1:03 to play in the first quarter. 7-point Hornets lead, but Tulip can do something about that. Tulip will have a couple. Favreau quickly back into the game. And Armstrong, oh nope, DeLise out. Beekmantown basketball right in front of the scorer's table. Chatwin attacks the basket, lost the handle, Plattsburgh ball. 50 seconds, first quarter. Armstrong, no. Buccino put back, yes. Buccino with 6, Favreau with 8, Maldonado with 3. That adds up to 17. 35 seconds remaining. Turnover, Beekmantown. It'll be Plattsburgh ball right in front of the Hornet fans. Armstrong for Plattsburgh, a 2-on-2. Sapel tipped around, Buccino gets the ball, 20 seconds. Sapel sets for the 3. His first of many he'll have this year. Ryan Sapel hits the 3. Chatwin at the other end gets 2 back, even though Buccino may have drawn a charge. At the buzzer, an exciting first quarter. The Welcome Home Realty scoreboard reports Plattsburgh High School 20, Beekmantown Central 10. Ready for the second quarter, and we're going to have our lucky drawing. We have a great prize to give away, as we promised the fans. Our lucky draws during the month of December when we do an event. We will have a drawing, and we'll ask you to send your card, a postcard in or a letter in with your name, address, and phone number so we can get a hold of you if you win a prize. Just tell us you're a viewer and get into our big list of possible lucky winners. And our drawing right now, we're going to tell you what we're going to give away is a free car wash at Windshield World, a great wash, one of the great washes there. So we're going to give away a certificate for a free car wash. And our lucky winner, we're picking it right now out of our prize bucket. Our lucky winner is Rick and Jackie Ortel. And I'll be sending them their gift certificate. Congratulations to them. Meanwhile, Slade Tulip takes it to the bucket and makes it 20-12. 20-12. The Hornets are led by 11. Their lead is at 8 right now. Sapel steps up for the 2-pointer. That one missed. Tulip with another rebound. Kelly Miller on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. Sapel knocks it away. Maldonado to Buccino. Buccino to the hoop. Too much on it. And Castine for Beekmantown. Chatwin to Newell. Plattsburgh on the boards. This time Sapel brings it down the floor. Favreau open. Goes to DeLeese. High post. Baseline to Favreau. Buccino sets the offense. Maldonado throws it into the hands of Beekmantown's Newell. Beekmantown playing pretty good defense overall. Bishop. The long jumper from Bishop, base of the rim, tipped away. Matt Berry, the head coach of Beekmantown Central, his debut. And Dan Munson on the sidelines as the assistant coach. Tulip out and Stanley in for the Eagles. The CVAC season underway. Coach Chris Mazzella, however, of Peru Central, got a couple extra nights to get his team in, thanks to the courtesy of Saranac Lake Central coach, Coach Carlisto. That'll count! Newell kind of tossed it up for grabs and it fell in. 20-14. So Coach Mazzella is here with the notebook to scout Beekmantown and Plattsburgh High School. Several of his players not ready to play, really. They've been playing football into December. Newell makes it a 3-point play. Congratulations to the Peru Central football team. What a season they had. Favreau on this end scores. Favreau with 10. But the Peru Central football team winning the state championship, our hats are off to them. And girls CVAC Section 7 swim champions are the girls from Peru. Maldonado to Favreau. Favreau misses one. Tipped by DeLeese, no. DeLeese again, no. Favreau, no. He thought he had that one. It didn't fall. 5.5 to play in the second quarter. Julia Stanley? Stanley on the inside with it. And Plattsburgh needs a timeout. Coach Doherty not happy after the Stanley bucket. Beekmantown outscoring Plattsburgh 7-2 in the second quarter. And with 5:20 to play before halftime, it's the Welcome Home Realty scoreboard and Plattsburgh High School 22, Beekmantown 17. Plattsburgh High School ball. Coach Doherty took a 30-second timeout to reorganize, reset things. Chatlin guards Sapel. Beekmantown defense has done a nice job. Maldonado, no. Rebound Tulip. He boxed out nicely. Castine almost lost it inside the Tulip. He almost loses it and then gets it back. In front of Butchino. Rebound Bishop gets two. Beekmantown playing tough and outplaying Plattsburgh in the second quarter. 9-2 Beekmantown in the second quarter. The 11-point lead is melted to 3. DeLeese hits 2. 24-19 Plattsburgh. The travel waves off the basket. It was a travel, let me tell you. End-to-end action. Sapel up the floor to Butchino. Nice pass. What a pass to Favreau. Butchino between defenders, bounce pass, and the sure-handed Favreau took it to the hoop. We mentioned the Peru Central girls team winning the swim, Section 7 swim championship. One of their swimmers is right near us. We're going to get a shot of her right after this shot. Nikki Labarge is in the crowd. Nikki! I want to show Nikki. Nikki! We almost got her. We just missed her, folks, let me tell you. We never get to see her what she really looks like because they wear those swim caps. We almost got a peek of her in real life. Favreau hits it. (26-19). Bishop beats DeLeese. Butchino on the floor. He's going to get stomped on. Butchino has taken about 6 crash landings already. 3:45 remaining till halftime. Plattsburgh by 7. The lead was down to 3. It was as big as 11 early in the second quarter. Early in the first quarter. Butchino, a nice reverse lay-in. And Plattsburgh has rebuilt the lead to 9. That timeout, 30 seconds, so important. Following the 30-second timeout by Plattsburgh, the Hornets have rebuilt their lead. High on the board, Stanley and Butchino, and it goes to Armstrong. Armstrong with DeLeese to the left and Favreau to the right. Armstrong all the way, but Bishop fouled him. Hornets by 9. Jamie Armstrong at the foul line. Chance for his first varsity point. 2:33 to play in the second quarter. Plattsburgh by 9. Armstrong with Joel Bucciano just a few feet away. Bucciano already over 1,000 points in his high school career, and Armstrong hits his first varsity point. You gotta start somewhere. Of course, Bucciano played varsity basketball as a freshman. Keep that in mind. Chatlin's fall away. 2:48 remaining in the second quarter. Plattsburgh rebuilds their lead to 10. It's 29-19. This is Stanley. Now Ashline. Man, wide open, close in. Ashline, or Castine, didn't see him. Sorry, I said Ashline. I meant Castine. That will be a DeLeese foul. Neither team in the bonus yet. Next foul by Plattsburgh will put Beekmantown to the foul line. Just the first foul on Tim DeLeese. Courtney Chatlin, guarded by Armstrong. Matt Castine. Todd Bishop. Bishop works for the shot, takes the jumper, falls. Tip underneath, Favreau controls, Sapel, and a foul call. Slade Tulip upset. You don't want to be too demonstrative when you get called for a foul. Fouls are part of the game. Sapel throws that one away, and it's Beekmantown basketball. The 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Armstrong dishes to Sapel. Sapel gets two. Nice feed from Armstrong. Quickly down the floor, and that'll be Armstrong with another push on Bishop as he tried to box out. Plattsburgh led by 10 after 1. They now lead by 12. Plattsburgh on a 9-point run right now, and Todd Bishop can do something about that. Missed the shot. He's 0 for 2 from the foul line. Off the leg, it'll be Eagles ball under their own bucket. I'm Foxy Gagnon, Kelly Miller on camera for us, putting in a full night of work. We are North Country Cable Network. Congratulations to Rick and Jackie Ortel, who won a prize in our grab bag of thank you prizes. And a Beekmantown player, Bishop, called for the charge. Coach Berry takes off the suit coat. He's not happy. And some of the Beekmantown fans not happy with the officiating. And the fans are in mid-season form. Favreau finds DeLeese. DeLeese cut to the basket. Favreau to DeLeese. Plattsburgh 33, Beekmantown 19. Timeout called, 32nd timeout by Beekmantown. And with 1:23, the Welcome Home Realty scoreboard says Plattsburgh 33 and Beekmantown 19. Ready for play following the Eagles timeout. Slade Tulip. This is Castine, guarded by Sapel. Favreau guards Tulip. Double team on him. Castine to the hoop. The short jumper, in and out. Nice rebound, Stanley. Short on the shot. And Bucciano clears. Coach Berry bangs the bleachers and heads down the sidelines. Gotta stay cool. There's a lot of basketball to this season. You don't want to reach for the Rolaids too early in the season. Chatelain behind the back dribble. Bishop to the hoop. And pull-up baseline jumper. Beekmantown had gone a while without a score. Just 20 seconds to play in the first half. Plattsburgh by 12. 15 seconds. Three! Ryan Suppel. His second three of the game. 5 seconds. Bishop. And that's the half. The halftime score on the Welcome Home Realty scoreboard is Plattsburgh High School 36, Beekmantown Central 21. Scoring in the first half for Beekmantown Central. Okay, then for Plattsburgh first. All right, Kelly. Plattsburgh scoring 20 points in the first quarter and 16 in the second, total of 36. Armstrong with 1, Suppel with 8, Maldonado with 3, Butchino with 8, DeLeese with 4, and Favreau pacing the team with 12. Beekmantown Central with 10 in the first quarter, 11 in the second. Total of 21. They have Courtney Chatelain with 4, 2 for Stanley, 3 for Newell, 4 for Tulip, and they are paced by Todd Bishop's 8. Plattsburgh sends Suppel, DeLeese, Maldonado, Butchino, and Favreau, their starting 5. Coach Barry sends Tulip, Castine, Bishop, Newell, and Chatelain, which means Newell in place of Stanley from their starting 5, and we are underway. Al Rose and Paul Spillman are the officials. Kelly Miller on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Suppel, Maldonado. Around the horn, Butchino, nice move to the hoop, and the wrist shot is in. Butchino in double figures. He was the MVP of the Queensbury tournament. Steal Butchino. Hornets run. Butchino takes it to the hoop. Fouled by Castine. 38-21 Plattsburgh. Coach Barry all the way out on the floor to ask a question to Al Rose, and Al Rose escorted him back to the bench. Baseline jumper, and DeLeese hits it for 2. He now has a 6-pack of points. Plattsburgh with the first 4 points of the third quarter. It's 40-21, 1 minute into the third quarter. Castine, Chatelain, guarded by Maldonado. Tulip tried a 3. Chatelain scampers after the loose ball. And tossed it away. He wanted to get it. Ooh, they keep it here. I guess it was tipped. Must have been tipped by Suppel. And even the Beekmantown fans think that might have been Hornet basketball. Around the horn we go. This is Bishop. Pass DeLeese, and a foul called. Favreau fouls Bishop on the drive. 6:26 to play in the third quarter. Bishop double teamed Castine, now Chatelain. Butchino and Newell battle under the basket. Butchino on the boards. Sapel finds DeLeese. DeLeese, yes. Tim DeLeese with 4 third quarter points and 8 overall. It's 42-21 Plattsburgh. Steal DeLeese into the hands of Sapel. DeLeese at the other end of the floor gets 2 more. Tim DeLeese in double figures. The Hornets with 3 players in double figures. Favreau with 12. Butchino with 10 and DeLeese with 10. And Sapel is right there with 8. Beekmantown calls for the timeout. Plattsburgh with the first 8 points of the third quarter. And with 5:34 to play, the Welcome Home Realty scoreboard now reads Plattsburgh 44, Beekmantown 21. Bishop will send it in. It's Castine for Beekmantown. Bishop, follow away jumper, swish. Bishop now in double figures with 10. Up the floor, knocked away by Tulip. Tulip and Favreau battle. Oh boy. The ball did enter the front court. It wasn't in the back court anymore. They wanted the 10-second call, but that rule didn't apply because it was knocked away in the front court. So Maldonado puts it in. Kevin Doherty on the sidelines for Plattsburgh High School, a veteran coach, maybe in his 14th season. I'm going to look it up and I'll tell you next game. DeLeese too hard off the glass. Tulip another rebound. Tulip a strong game on the boards. Bishop the jumper. Chatelain there, baseline, no. Maldonado for Plattsburgh. Midway mark, nearing the midway mark of the third quarter. Plattsburgh outscoring the Eagles 10-2 in the third quarter. Sapel, baseline and dribbled out of bounds, or stepped out of bounds. Steve Stanley dishes out to Slade Tulip. Tulip in the paint. Rebound Favreau. Butchino to Sapel. DeLeese, he goes baseline. Tried to get it to Maldonado cutting down the lane. Stanley lost the handle, stepped out of bounds. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. 3:31 on the game clock, third quarter. Miguel Maldonado in his first varsity start for Plattsburgh High School. Oh, Maldonado finds Butchino. Too hard off the glass on the shot, but Tulip picks up a foul. For Slade Tulip, that is just his second foul. Joel Butchino to the charity stripe for the first time. Surprising there. Butchino was a frequent traveler to the foul line during last season and probably will be so this season, but this is his first trip tonight. Substitution coming up for the Eagles following this shot. Butchino goes 2 for 2 from the line. He has 12 in the contest. Into the game for the Eagles is Matt Welch. Plattsburgh, Matt Schwartz out onto the court. Plattsburgh now with Maldonado, Sapel, Favreau, Buccino, and Schwartz. And great to see Matt Schwartz out there. That one just tipped off Schwartz's hand, and it'll be Beekmantown ball under their own basket with 3:03 to play in the third. Chatelain goes baseline, off balance shot. Maldonado for Plattsburgh, tipped away by Tulip. Scramble for the loose ball, still a loose ball. Oh man, bodies all over the place. It'll be Beekmantown ball. Could you keep up with that, Kelly? Kelly just aiming the camera in the general direction. Chatelain. Castine resets the offense with 2:37 to play in the third quarter. Plattsburgh 48, Beekmantown 23. Tulip through traffic. Schwartz with the rebound. Sapel brings it up the floor. Plattsburgh with a big third quarter. Schwartz inside, double clutches, and it'll be out of bounds. Plattsburgh ball under their own basket. Around the horn go the Hornets. Went all around the horn. Three! Ryan Sapel, his third three in the game. Four Hornets in double figures. Talk about balanced attack. Tulip to Bishop. Bishop a three. Three! Todd Bishop. Bishop with the 5 Eagle points in this quarter. It's 51-26 with 1:35 to play. Third quarter. Travel called. Plattsburgh turnover. Into the game for Plattsburgh. Austin Bushy replacing Buccino. Bushy for Buccino. For Beekmantown, it's Jared Penfield. Penfield in and Castine out. Chatelain to Bishop. Bishop the baseline jumper. Deadly from that spot. Bishop with 15 of the 28 Eagle points. This is Austin Bushy. Sapel. Favreau. Maldonado. Bushy. Bushy and Sapel were Little League teammates in baseball playing for Bill Sapel. Long one, looks good. Schwartz almost had one at the shot clock buzzer. To Schwartz, he gets it. Matt Schwartz puts into his first two of the season. Transfer student from Seton Catholic, played for Plattsburgh High School varsity last year. Saw limited action. But it looks like he'll see more playing time this year, and we're happy about that. He gets his first two CVAC points for the 01-02 season. 17.6 seconds remaining in the third. Hornets 53 and Eagles 28. Only 3 overall fouls in this quarter. That keeps the game moving. Foul called here, however.
Had to say.
Yep, every time you say it, it comes true. I wish I'd hit the lottery. (17-7). Plattsburgh outscoring Beekmantown in this quarter. Matt Castine at the foul line. Bishop tipped away. It'll remain Beekmantown ball. Just 9.1 seconds on the third quarter clock. Welch, too hard off the glass. Favreau with 2 seconds at the buzzer. Almost got it. And Schwartz rebounded it. He was ready to jam it in. If there would have been another second or two, Schwartz was going to give it the old Schwartzkopf jam. We played 3, and the Welcome Home Realty scoreboard says Plattsburgh High School 53 and Beekmantown Central 28. If you're wondering about Plattsburgh High School's team from last year, the players lost Corey Ryan, the outstanding point guard and three-point shooter, Nate Sebron, the big man on the inside, Jeremy Sherman, a big man off the bench, and John Madonna, another 5th or 6th man. Tip in by Favreau here to open the fourth quarter scoring. Also, Plattsburgh lost John Lamberti and Matt Worster. Their newcomers are Jamie Armstrong, Miguel Maldonado, as well as Matt Parks, Austin Chang, Brian Cook, and Dan Trudeau, new to the varsity. Players returning, of course, from last year: Butchino, DeLeese, Sapel, Favreau, Bushy, Schwartz, and Conoyer. And that's David Conoyer and Chris Fowl, although he's out injured. 55-28. Plattsburgh now with Bushy, Maldonado, Favreau, Armstrong, and Schwartz. For Beekmantown Central, they lost Earl Parks, Ramiro Ribeiro, Brent Coron, and Matt Hazen. Hazen was an excellent floor general for the Eagles last year. Their newcomers are John Jewell, Matt Welch, Eric Bell, Jeff Dubuque, Mark Newell, and TJ Musa, although Musa is not here tonight. And the players returning are Castine, Bishop, Tulip, Stanley, Chatlin, Brockway, that's Matt Brockway, and Jared Penfield, as well as a new coach in Matt Berry. Underway in the fourth quarter, 1 minute in. Bushy called for the 5-second call. Have to attack the basket, so great defense there by Jared Penfield. Penfield with the D to create the turnover. Stanley, Penfield, Castine, inside. They go inside to Bishop, and the Hornets ganged up on Bishop, and there was a foul. However, not even close to the bonus situation, so this clock is going to keep ticking away. Beekmantown with the ball movement, but not able to penetrate at all. Castine from the foul line off the base of the rim, knocked around. Favreau comes up with it. 3 Eagles back, so Favreau decides we'll set things up. Armstrong passed on a 3-point shot. 3 from Miguel Maldonado. Don't tell me that Maldonado now with 5, 6, 7, 8 points. The Hornets with 4 in double figures, and now 8 points from Maldonado. Welch, and he throws it to Coach Berry. Wrong man to throw it to. I'm sure Matt Berry would love to be out there playing tonight. He had an outstanding career at Peru Central, but he's not going to score any points this season, so that ball did him no good whatsoever. 5:45 to play. Butchino 3-point range. 3! Butchino hits the 3. 3 threes for Sapel. Maldonado with 3, one of that a three-pointer, and Butchino now with a three-pointer. 61-28, Plattsburgh. Steal here by Canoyer, back into the hands of Welch. Canoyer with the rebound. Tough luck for Welch on that shot. That was every place but in. Maldonado, Butchino on this side, thinks about a 3. The jumper, swish. And the fan, Beekmantown fan right next to me said, boy, he's smooth, and he absolutely is. In fact, we nicknamed him Butter Butchino last season because he was as smooth as butter. 63-28, 4:51 to play. Foul here, not in the bonus yet. Plattsburgh sends 2 new players in. Well, Austin Bushy rechecks into the Hornet Hotel, and number 34, Austin Chang. Couple of Austins at the same time. That may be the only time in the CVAC season you'll see 2 Austins enter the game simultaneously. If that happens again, I'll give you $1. Canoyer with the steal. Hornets now with Canoyer, Chang, Bushy, Delise, and Armstrong. Canoyer would like another chance at that one. Coach Doherty with still a couple of, let's say 3 Hornets left who haven't seen action. And he calls down the bench for Parks. Canoyer hits the foul shot. In for Plattsburgh is Matt Parks. And the substitution for Beekmantown is Jeff Dubuque. Canoyer hits one and rolls the rim on the second one. Beekmantown now has John Jewell, number 44. This is Jeff Dubuque, number 12. Bishop remains in. Number 55 is in, Eric Bell. And Jared Penfield remains there. Whoops, they forgot to shut the clock off. Huh? Another foul. It might get a little sloppy at this point, just from pure exhaustion. I mean sloppy on camera, that's what I'm talking about. Poor Kelly's stood a whole night in these bleachers. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Penfield at the line. Plattsburgh with 11 fourth quarter points. Beekmantown has not scored. Beekmantown with just 7 second half points through 12 minutes. Penfield hits one there. Steal by Tulip. Trudeau in, number 10. Dan Trudeau. Parks. Chang was pushed. Plattsburgh not going to the foul line yet. And I remember when I was a reserve in high school basketball and you'd get to go in for the final 4 minutes and it would seem to fly by. It'd be like you were out there only 45 seconds because you'd be so excited to get a chance and the time would just wind down and you'd be running up and down the floor and hoping you got a chance to make a shot, hoping you'd have a chance to even get a shot. and the time would just fly by, and you'd say, what, 4 minutes went by already? Seemed like 45 seconds. Parks, yes! Long one from Parks. Nice set shot. 66-29 Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh led by 10 after 1. They led by 15 at halftime. They stretched the lead out to 25 after 3. Dubuque with the ball, gets it to Penfield, and push called on Plattsburgh. Austin Chang picks up a quick second foul, and Penfield will go to the foul line once again. Cook is in. Brian Cook replaces Austin Bushy. Brian Cook with his varsity debut. And I guess that's the entire team because Fout is injured. Penfield returns to the foul line. Oh, nice inside play by Tulip, but it didn't drop. Saved by Dubuque to Tulip. He dishes it for Penfield. Penfield shoots on the run. High off the glass. Dubuque there. Oh, and Chang, or somebody picked up a foul. Plattsburgh foul. Oh, Chang with his third foul in limited action. Swish by Dubuque at the foul line. Plattsburgh with 13 fourth quarter points and Beekmantown with 2. 2:32 to play. Nice shooting at the foul line by Dubuque. We'll recap the scoring and go home tonight. Penfield tried to get it inside to Jewell. There's Jewell. Nice defense from Canoyer. This is Trudeau, guarded by Dubuque. Trudeau up the floor. Drops it for Chang. Chang to Canoyer. Chang to Trudeau. A minute 50 remaining in the game. Chang inside for Canoyer. Canoyer, the baseline jumper is in. David Canoyer, nicknamed the Destroyer, under those boards. Nice baseline jumper. He has 3 in the contest. 68-31 Plattsburgh. Minute and a half to play. Cook guards Tulip. Penfield guarded by Chang. Dubuque on the shot. Canoyer a rebound. Gets it to Chang. We'd like to see Chang get a bucket. Inside to Parks. Reverse lane, no. Canoyer on the rebound, yes. Canoyer off the bench, 5 fourth quarter points. 70-31. A huge second half for Plattsburgh, and the Beekmantown offense not there in the second half. Foul here. To recap the scoring for Beekmantown, Chatelain with 4, Penfield with 1, Dubuque with 2, 2 for Stanley, 3 for Newell, 4 for Tulip, and Tulip is at the foul line. He makes it 5 in the contest. Tulip makes it 5 in the contest. And Beekmantown paced by Todd Bishop's 15. Chang through traffic. What a basket! Oh, ka-ching by Chang. But they don't rule it off. They rule it off. Oh, he drove through traffic like he was the NBA, kissed it off the glass, it went ka-ching. What a shot by Chang. Substitution Eagles as Newell re-enters, replacing Tulip. Just 36 seconds remaining. This is Cook. They want Cook to fire up a three. Parks to Canoyer. Canoyer too short on that one. Loose ball, and it'll be Plattsburgh ball under their own basket. Another great job by the Hornet cheerleaders tonight. Their debut for this basketball season. And Chang was fouled, so he will go to the foul line for three. That was in three-point range. Three chances for Chang to go ka-ching. Let's see what happens. For his first points at Plattsburgh High School. All right. No problem. You missed the first. No problem. You feel confident because you have two more shots. That's it. He gets his first point as a Hornet. And now you feel real confident because even if you miss it, you hit one of the three, the pressure's off. And he hits that one. Oh, it rolls the rim and drops out. Canoyer on the boards. And Beekmantown with it. A horse race up the court. And they'll call somebody, I think Parks, for the foul. Plattsburgh High School opens its defense of the CVAC title with a victory over Beekmantown Central. A second half that just had the Hornets pulling away. Dubuque with his third point and fourth point. 4 for 4 from the foul line for Dubuque. And 14 seconds remaining. Trudeau to Cook. Cook fires a long one. Whee! The Cookie Monster! Brian Cook hits the three. Dubuque at the buzzer. Three! Dubuque at the buzzer. They count it. Dubuque with 7 fourth quarter points. Let me tell you, an exciting finish. Plattsburgh High School goes to 1-0 on the CVAC season with a big win tonight. They outscore. Well, let's do it this way. Plattsburgh with 21 fourth quarter points. They Beekmantown with 9 fourth quarter points. Plattsburgh outscoring Beekmantown in the second half 38-16. Plattsburgh scoring, Armstrong with 1, Sapel with 11, Maldonado with 8, Buccino finishes with 17, Favreau finishes with 14, DeLeese finishes with 10, Canoyer 5, Cook 3, Parks 2, Chang 1, and Schwartz 2. Our thanks to Marilyn Schwartz. Our thanks to Welcome Home Realty for their support of Hornet basketball. Thanks to Kelly Miller for his work on camera. And this is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying final score, Plattsburgh High School 74 and Beekmantown Central 37. Good night, North Country.